Dead Kennedys, Holiday in Cambodia. Alright, this song is kind of just comprised of a bunch of different small riffs, just all sewn together. What I'll do is I'll jam through each one of them for you, up to tempo, up to speed, all that, and let you hear it, and then I'll go back through at the end and give you a little walkthrough for each one. Alright, sounds good? Do me a favor, hit that subscription button, help out the channel, be really cool of you. Alright, so let's dive right into this. Okay, so the starters here, it starts with bass, and then we just get these kind of accents from guitar. You want to come way up here on the 17, or the E, right? And we're just going to hit it and slide that out. And you want, you know, some nice distortion on there, reverb, delay. It's kind of surfy sounding actually, so that type of vibe. All right, so just slide that 17 out from the E. Okay. And then we're going to follow that up with the slide out from 13 on the B. Alright. Now we're going to jump up here and finish that first part of the intro with a 12 on the A, 14 on the G. And you just kind of want to go back and forth between those. Okay. And just hold that for a bit. Alright, so just up to tempo, it sounds something like this. Okay, move on to the next part of the intro. Just some kind of ominous sounding small chords here. Just unison notes really, octaves. So we do a 3 at the A, 5 on the G. We go from there down a fret to the 2 and the 4. Okay, and then quickly up to 7 to 6. Okay, 7A, 9G, 6A, 8G. Okay. Okay. All right, and the second half of that, we start it the same way with the 3 to 2. Okay, but now we come up and we do 9A, 11G, 8A, 10G. Okay, and we go through that whole thing twice. Okay, and now the guitar kind of matches the bass. We do this little riff here where we're just descending here. We go 3 on the A a few times. A few 2s, a couple 1s, and then just open for about 8 times. Okay, and then we we do it unmuted twice all the way through, and then we go through and just kind of palm mute and do it twice once the vocals come in. Okay, so just lightly have your hand covering the bridge there. All right, so it sounds something like this. All right, next part of the verse will be arpeggiating a little bit through a couple of chords. We're going to come up and hit this B minor, and we want to do it this bar chord version. So we'll just bar some 7s on the G, B, and E, hit the 9 on the D. And you just want to go from the D to the G, so 9 to 7, and then come up, hit the high E, B to G. So it's like we go down through a little bit, and then we start at the bottom, come all the way back up. That type of deal. Alright, and we move from that spot to a D. So we're going to come up here, do 12 on the D, 11 G, 10 and 10 on the B and E, and pick that the same way we just picked that B minor. Okay, so the D to the G, E, B, G. Alright, and we're just going to go back and forth between those two chords just like that 4 times. Alright, now we get into a really surfy sounding riff. Towards the end of the verse, the third part of it. Alright, and it's going to come up here on the G, and we're just going to be on 7. And we're just going to be hitting these like 8th notes. Okay? Alright, so we do that about 7, 8 times there. Move to the 5 on the G, same thing. Okay, and then we jump up to 5 on the D, hit that 4 times, go 5 on the G 4 times. Alright, and then finish on the 7 of the D 8 times. Alright, so just real surfy sounding riff. Alright, and we go through that whole thing twice. Okay, we get to this pre-chorus section, and this is kind of a mix of the last 2 riffs, basically. We're going to do some arpeggiating, and we're going to be doing some of that 8th note picking, too. So we just want to kind of hit each note twice as we arpeggiate through these chords. So the first one, we're going to do a voicing of a D minor here, where we'll be at the 7 on the G, 6 on the B, 5 on the E, and you just kind of want to go down through it. Come back up to the B. Okay, so like I said, couple notes each time. So that 7 on the G. Okay, a couple times. 6 on the B, a couple times. A couple times on the 5 of the E. Okay, and then back up to the 6 B for a couple times. Alright, and that's kind of how we're going to pick the remainder of all these chords in there, just like that. We'll just change positions on the fretboard. Okay, so that D minor would be like this. Okay, just couple notes each time. Alright, so we switch from that D minor, we're going to go to E minor, which basically we just take that shape we have, move it up 2 frets. Okay, so we're at the 9G, 8B, 7E, and like I said, pick it the exact same way. Alright, and then here we switch up a little bit of the formation where we're going to go to a F, and to do that we're going to go 10 on the G, 10B, and then 8 on the E. So this is a major, not a minor, so it just looks a little different. Just kind of shift a fret there. Okay, so 10, 10, 8, and pick that the same way. Alright, and then finish by going back to that E minor with the 9, 8, 7. Alright, so a fun little cool sounding riff in here. Go through that whole thing twice. Okay, for the chorus riff pattern, basically we're just going to be rocking it out now. Go down to some A power chord. Okay, open A, second on the D. And you want to hit this about 6 times. And then we're going to do a little transition chord with a C power chord. Okay, 3 on the A, 5 on the D. We just hit that once, hold it briefly. Okay, so it'd be something like, all right. And this is more or less kind of syncopated with the vocal. All right, so from there, we go up to a D power chord, 5 on the A, 7 on the D. Hit that 7 times. All right, and then back to that transitional chord, that C power chord. Same deal, just hit it, hold it a moment, and then start the whole thing over. Okay, so slowly here it's like, alright, it's all 8th note strumming. And you want to go through that 3 times, and then the last time through we'll do the first half of it basically, up to that point, and then we cap it all off by doing this high voiced F chord. Okay, we're just coming all the way up here. We're doing 15 on the D, 14 G, and 13s on the B and E. And you just kind of want to hit that and just strum away on it for the remainder of the measure. Alright, something like that. Alright, so let's just do this all up to speed now. Okay, we get to the solo here, and it gets really just Dick Dale surf style, because we're just doing some single notes, but we're going to be doing some what's called trem picking, which is just, okay, just alternate picking really fast, like 16th notes here. Okay, and you're going to want to come all the way up to the 17th fret, and it's just going to be a little chromatic scale up, a couple frets, and then back down. Alright, we're going to do 17 for a couple measures, 18 a couple measures, 19 for a couple measures, and then back to 18 for a couple measures, and then just slide that out. Okay, so it'd be something like this, slowly. Alright, and then the trick is just to get that technique, the picking technique. So you get it up to speed, it'd sound like this. Alright, and after that little solo bit, we'll go back into the intro riff, the second part of the intro riff. And after we go through that, we add this new little thing, where it's just kind of this zany little back and forth, back and up type deal. We'll be here doing those unison octave notes, the 3 and the 5 on the A and the G. Okay, and here you just want to go there, down the fret to the 2 and the 4. Okay, and then we'll come up and hit the 7A, 9G, and then hit the 8A, 10G. So it's like down, and then we come up. Alright, and you want to get those slidings in there too, because it makes it sound even better. Alright, so we hit 3 to 2, slide up to 7 and 9, to 8, 10, and then back, and then we'll just loop that over. Okay, so just like a kind of a bonkers sounding riff, but it's fun to play, and just getting it up to speed. Okay, and at the end we get this little bridge section, and this is the Pol Pot section, and we're just rocking away on some chords here. Start with the A power chord. You want to be doing some 8th note strumming on this. Okay, go to the C power chord at the 3rd fret of the A, 5 on the D. Okay, up to the D, 5th fret here. Now up to F, so we go 8th fret, 10 on the D. Alright, and then just end on a quick G power chord with the 10, A, 12, D. Alright, and we would just do that over and over. Alright, so sounds like this. Okay, and while during that bridge section, one guitar is doing that main kind of power chord riff, there's a second guitar that comes in, and basically it's just doing like a long slide up. So grab a slide there, just start at, second fret, it's cool, and then just hit it and just do a long slide up. All right, and a fun little thing, we go through the chorus one last time, but it just ends on this goofy little couple of chords where he just says Pol Pot right at the end, and it's just a 3 on the A, 5D, C power chord to an open A power chord. Just a silly little cap on the song. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.